Hi everyone, welcome to a daily reading. Let's get into it. There's an emperor around, someone who has control of and mastered their emotions, their drive, their intellect, their finances. But I tell you what, they're confused. They honestly thought they would have themselves in a far better position by now. They've worked so hard, but at each time they've done something, they've reached a goal, it hasn't given them the emotional solace that they really were thinking they'd get. When I get that nice car, I'll feel this. When I get that nice house, I'll get this. When I get the partnership, I'll get that. When I get my big bag of money, my retirement fund, none of it is bringing emotional satisfaction. There's no victory in it. Oh, what a realization. It's hitting hard. It's hitting very hard for this individual. They might literally throw it all in, walk away from it all. What a shock. I think it's more of a shock to them than anybody else. You've got this far in your career, I can hear other people telling them. You've got this far, you've got this nice car, you've got this nice house, you've got this amazing group of friends, you've got this, you've got that, you've got. None of it's bringing happiness. Why, I hear? Why? Why is it not bringing me happiness? Everything was supposed to work out a certain way. This is what I was told would make me happy. This is what I was raised to believe. But Spirit is calling. Spirit is calling on a completely different path. Not a material path. Even though we're in a time of Taurus, I think it's actually because we're in a time of Taurus that this individual is going, wait, this material world's not stacking up the way that I thought it would. Yeah, things of the world has come towards this emperor for sure. But also things of the spirit. In the not so distant past, this individual would have considered that the spirit was something not to be bothered with. Body, yeah, I'm working on my body. It looks amazing. Mind, absolutely got it down pat. Very smart, great job. Everyone comes to me for advice. I've got my ducks in a row, but there's a missing component. And it's calling louder and louder and louder with each day. They have a strong, absolute strong desire to embody some spirituality in their life, and I think they're keeping it on the down low because the people around them are going, you know, you need to do this to have it, you know, this great job, you need to have this amazing body, you know, that's what people want to see, you know, you have to have this great house, this, you know, everything needs to be this way. And Spirit's so intangible. There's a longing. I think this individual was raised with, you know, any sort of religion, particularly religion that it's portrayed in the 3D world, has been something not to have anything to do with. We are modern people. We don't do religion. Could have been raised in a very much an atheist household. We don't do religion. We don't celebrate any sort of religious festivals. We don't do that. But this is far more than a religious thing. This is a spiritual awakening that's happening here. And it's come as a great shock. It's come through a full respect of their body. They've mastered their physical realm, their health, their musculature, the way they stand and hold themselves. But through a reverence of that There's also come a reverence for the energy that's inside the body. And they're seeking truth far beyond the physical plane. If they do mention this to people that they know, they find literally people turn on their heels and walk away, and or completely belittle them. Are you kidding, Emperor? What are you thinking? Come on, get with the program. We're heading down the pub on the weekend to celebrate the footy win or the great success at work. It's no time for retrospection. But they're realizing whatever they're thinking, they are manifesting in the real world. And I think they're starting to see the folly of excess around them and what they have thought would be the be-all and end-all of the existence. There's something more. There's something more. And it's also the realization that no matter where they go, very well traveled. No matter where they go, there they are. No matter where they go, there's a sense of home residing within them. And the most sacred sanctuary is found within them. So I think they're seeking places of peace, quiet, and spiritual awakening, traveling to places of spiritual interest. Let's get into it. Now, this Emperor could be masculine or feminine, someone that has mastered everything, mastered the material world, and shown up for themselves. But they're learning to love themselves now on a far deeper level, to let the light from their spirit shine. They know that what they want is not exactly what society wants for them. And they're starting to really look at the choices they've made in life. It's a massive spiritual enlightenment. Divine masculine in this scenario is having a spiritual enlightenment. Oh, how absolutely divine. Let's get into it. I do not need to wait until I become perfect before I love myself. Loving myself is the quickest way to create a wonderful life. I think this divine masculine was never raised to love themselves, but to love things outside themselves. And the realization that when they start to look within and honor all of themselves, how that makes them feel a whole lot different. They'd love to let their light shine, their freak flag fly. I am wonderful. I rejoice in the truth of my being. I accept it, and so I let it be. This is a very private awakening. One that is not shared with friends, colleagues, but it is one of profound awakening and profound choice to choose something different in the world. All the compartments, all the various things that they've put their energy in have felt quite cold and isolated. If I do all these things, I will find that happy and I will finally feel the warmth of my own heart. But they're being asked at this time to take the great leap. When you raise your energy through the chakra system, you get to the solar plexus, and then you have to leap into the heart. That is a great leap into the unknown. To choose a heart-based way of living. a more of an enlightened way of living can literally feel like you're about to step off the cliff. Is there anything that will catch me? In the past, I didn't envision anything more than me. I need to rise myself to the pinnacle of my career, my status, my finances. But I think they've got to the top of the pinnacle of the career and realised that there's something more. I look in the mirror and say to myself, I deserve all good. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve joy. And I deserve love. That love's starting from within. They're making choices to change their environment, change their inward environment. I no longer judge or criticize myself. I am free to love who I am, not what society tells him he should be doing. Absolutely amazing. I'm loving this. Let's get into it. Yes. Can no longer compartmentalize their world. Everything's been put in little boxes. Everything's in little boxes or little spheres. Everything's so separated out. At work, I'm this way. At home, I'm this way. With my mates, I'm this way. But they're coming to the understanding that that is the way it is at the moment. I have compartmentalized my life. Your life's journey is perfect for you. Absolutely. The only way to change what and who you are, your situation in the world, is to realize where you are right now, where you've come from, what's your operating system, and they are doing so. Let's see. This is going to raise the vibe of the whole collective. This is what's desperately needed. No more striving and competing and going out there and one-upmanship. The masculine is going to be choosing something far different. It's going to be choosing enlightenment. The divine feminine here could be showing the masculine a different way. Yes, he leads. He steps out in front and takes the hits. But in this example, he's turning around and listening to his intuitive side. His side that's not afraid to show his heart. Yes, it's still kept in the background here. But he could also realise that he's been so driven to go out in the world and be and do and be seen and that sort of thing that he might have forgotten a certain part of himself, and or he might have forgotten that he really does need someone by his side. He might be looking to more intuitive people, energy, the divine feminine, to help him with the next step. Because he's given a lot. He's given a lot of time, energy of this world. There's a lot of hands out asking for more and more and more. But this divine masculine has decided to not give so much to all and sundry, but to start to embody a more of a nurturing side. And realise that if he is going to be giving out, It is to what needs the assistance instead of what's demanding it. And he's speaking his truth about it and calling on his intuition. Intuition, I hear him saying, only just a short while ago, I didn't even know what that was. But what are all these things that I'm thinking I could do? I'm getting ideas that I didn't have before. I'm inspired in a different way now. I hear him saying, wow. I just flew across the room. I'm no longer coming at things from a broken heart. I'm no longer coming at things in an aggressive way. Yes, not afraid to cut out things that could be affecting his heart chakra, but not denying love as well. Willing to give it a try and willing to bring it into areas of his life that may not have ever had heart energy in it. As in, I was told I was going to be, I need to do this for a career, but he's realizing, does he love it? Do I love getting up in the morning and going to work just to pay and look after everybody else? I just want to feel a bit of love in what I do. Yeah, and in the past, he might have offered his cup. Just try to offer his cup. He could be quite slow in doing so. He's still willing to offer his cup, but he's not willing to tolerate this. If I offer my cup, it's this very guarded heart. If I offer my cup, will it all end in tears? Well, if you think that way when you start out, the likelihood that your mind will get in the way and this happened in the past and that happened in the past, they said this, they said that, this happened, that happened. Whatever you think, you manifest. So he's changing it up. The old order, the old way of doing things has come to an end. What's expected of men has changed so much. Masculine energy has changed so much. He could be worried that he's becoming too feminized or too masculinated. The choices men need to make now are far more complex than they were in the past for his father, his great-grandfather. Very different world. But that world's no longer in existence. Things are changing. And the masculine energy is now starting to embrace their intuition more than ever. Calling on guidance from higher sources and spirit. Balancing the scales. All right. I am part of the harmonious whole, as we all are. I know I am one with all life. I am the beauty and joy of the universe, expressing and receiving. The masculine is embracing all of themselves now and making that giant leap into a world of intuition and spirit. And he's been guided the whole way, each step. You go get it. I absolutely love it. Now, I really hope these helped. If you'd like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, I'd just like to say thank you so much. And bye for now.